was speaking about young men in general who have potential, and then he named a lot of different types of men. But he basically said, at a young age, should these guys get vasectomies so that they have the power to choose who they give children to? So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and I'm gonna say, should men with motion get vasectomies? Slimmy, I'm gonna go to you first, and then we're gonna open it up to everybody else.
I don't believe in stuff like that.
What do you mean, Slimmy? Elaborate, please. Why don't you believe in stuff like that?
I don't believe you should do stuff like that.
You don't believe you should get vasectomies?
No.
Why?
I think it's against your spiritual code.
Okay.
I feel like when you have the ability to create, you shouldn't take that ability away.
So should a person ever get vasectomies, or should they not get it because when they don't have children or they're young?
No, you just shouldn't. I just don't think you should get it.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
I feel you. Respect. Okay.
Slimmy, do you have control for women?
What'd you say?
Do you believe in birth control for women?
No. No.
Okay. I was just wondering.
We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to you, Slimmy. Q Diddy, thoughts? Should men with motion?
No. I think there's 10 million other things that you can do besides have a surgical procedure to not get a woman pregnant.
Like,
and like condoms.
Give us 3 examples.
Condoms or condoms, abstain, birth control. Have some discipline. You don't have to have. I feel like that's like a married dude's thing. Like I don't want to use condoms with my wife. We don't want to get pregnant. Like, let me get snip.
So you think that the vasectomy would be more appropriate? You think that the vasectomy would be more appropriate for a married man versus a vasectomy would be more appropriate for a man that is not married?
Correct. Because I can, if you're that, you got that much motion, you need to get a vasectomy because you just gooping in women. You probably spreading STIs and STDs and HIVs and all the stuff. Like, nope.
Okay.
Use a condom, sir. Sirs.
All right. Molly, thoughts?
I think it should become more mainstream for men to get vasectomies and probably get them younger in life. I don't think women should be getting their tubes tied, to be honest, because compared to a vasectomy, vasectomies tend to be less invasive, more reversible. A lot of women who get their tubes tied is more invasive. A lot of the times they regret it. And I feel like if it's going to be easier for a man to use that as birth control, y'all be walking around with a loaded weapon. So I don't see a problem with it. I think it should become more popular, to be honest. I think more people should support it. And if you change your mind, get it reversed.
Okay.
I think too much is just on the women, you know.
All right, I got you. Kim.
I agree with Molly. It's reversible. It's an outpatient procedure. It would take all of the childbearing and all of that off of the women and give more power to the men. So I don't know why they wouldn't want that. And I know, Quentin, you said just use a condom and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, those have been around and they aren't using them. So we got to try something else.
And they're free.
Well, there's something else. It only stops pregnancy. It doesn't stop other stuff.
Let's start there.
Okay, so they ain't having babies, but they dying. Bet.
They might be bug chasers.
Jesus.
Who's dying?
Right. They can go get prepped.
With HIV.
No, they're getting prepped now.
Miss Sanchez, what do you think about it? Should guys with motion get vasectomies?
I'm trying to think if I would tell my son what I wouldn't necessarily tell my son at a young age to do that because anything could happen. Run one wrong clip and he may not be able to get that reversed or have kids. So maybe once he's done, having his family, then yes, definitely. And then I do, like Quentin said, I feel like if they get it younger, they definitely gonna be out here sticking and moving and they're gonna be in the clinics because they think, okay, I can't have kids, so I'm in this girl raw. We about to have some fun. So not too young. I wouldn't tell my son that.
All right. Carrie.
I agree with Quentin with a slight addition. I think that to strengthen their ability to make better decisions, they need to get closer to God and His Word.
You said you agree with who again? Say that again.
Quentin.
Okay. All right. I got you. So it kind of looks like all right, Mika. I forgot. Let me go to Mika.
No,
No what? No vasectomy?
no.
Why?
I think it's just dumb. I no. I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. If you don't want to have kids, just yeah, it's just dumb.
So y'all don't think that it's too many kids running around out here? Or let's bring it back to the question. Let's bring it back to the question. Y'all don't think that a guy that got a lot of motion should probably, because if he got motion, then he's probably not going to be celibate, abstinent, any of that type of stuff, right? And y'all don't think that he should get a vasectomy because it goes against y'all beliefs, or it just doesn't make sense in general?
I'll
I
just say
think
I've heard several men say, well, several men with vasectomies. I've never heard one say that they regret it. Almost every woman I know with their tubes tied, I regret it. Almost every single one. Wish they would have had more kids. So I think it's a conversation that should happen.
I think it like pushes like promiscuity. Like nigga, let's shoot up the club. Nigga, I can't have no babies. Like, let's be clear. Like, that's what niggas think. When niggas found out a woman's on birth control and it's free reign, it's like
But she can lie.
it's not
And they
about the line.
often lie.
It's about the choices of the man and
But
what can
saying I'm
come
on
from it.
birth
Other than
control and shooting up the club because I said I'm on birth control and you don't have a clue. Women like this is how these women be catching these men up and trapping them. They tell them they on birth control. They shoot up the club. Boom. I got you for 18 years. Where's my child support?
That's true too.
The whole vasectomy
that
argument,
wasn't really my
though,
point.
it's so. I think you'll end up in the same place that you end up right now with women not having children or women having children too late. Like it's kind of like what I was saying yesterday. It's so everything is just so anti-family. It's so anti this. Instead of people just actually taking responsibility and accountability for what they want out of life. I'm just going to be a ball of irresponsibility. So let me do this irrational thing. We sit here and talk about not us in general, but just the society. We sit here and talk about each other in different sides. And we sit here and talk about trans people cutting on themselves, but heterosexual people are sitting here doing all types of stuff to themselves. The birth control stuff is messing up women and it's messing up everybody else because a lot of it gets in the water system and messing up the kids and the boys got extra estrogen. It's just all types of nonsense to have us
Have a
not
vasectomy.
though be family units. Just be
I think,
accountable for what you're doing. It's really it's really easy. Like it's not that hard.
but how do we know that men won't be more accountable because they have a vasectomy? Like, how do we know? Like, if there was a trend and an uptick, maybe men would feel more empowered to be a little bit more responsible. Like, we don't know. We can't just say men are gonna automatically be more promiscuous because they can't shoot the club up. Like I don't think you could assume. I feel like maybe they would be more choosy. Like if I do ever get it reversed, I know I want her to be the mother of my children versus just I got this baby mama I'm stuck with like PJ Washington.
Well, you would think, but you would think the opposite, right? Because if I know you're going to have something that is of me, because men like to talk all this, well, we have the seed and child is okay. So why aren't you more responsible and protective of that? Because I know I wouldn't want everybody to have something that I deem that special.
Well,
So either
well, I'm a,
most of these men don't value themselves.
They don't.
I'm a
It's just as
man, and
bad as
I'm
the
telling you
women.
what men think in my men's circles. And when we know a bitch can't have a pregnant, we're more loose with just shooting up the club and having sex. Like it is what it is. Like if we know a girl's on birth control, okay, everything else is out the window. We don't even think about STDs. She can't get pregnant. That's all we think about. Like so, I can only see if a nigga had a vasectomy that he going extra hard on everything he can.
Gary, how come you didn't get on Quentin?
Get on him for what?
When I said that a woman was, women are hoes or something like that, you got on me. But then he said when a bitch and this and that and this and that, and you don't be getting on him.
I didn't.
I don't get on either one of y'all.
You literally just said if a bitch get pregnant.
No, I don't.
You didn't say that, Quentin?
He said if she's on birth control.
I don't.
Okay, he said if a bitch is on birth control.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I'm just saying, how come you ain't get on him?
I don't get on either one of y'all about that anymore because y'all don't stop.
You can get on me anytime you want, Carrie.
Oh.
I'll stop. I promise. I said I'll stop. I promise. Fuck. What the taco?
I was gonna say pause, but then I was like, they're gonna say that's not right. Did you see where I'm going with that?
I don't have anything to say. I flirt all the time, so I don't have nothing to say. Go ahead, Molly.
No, I was just gonna say, I just feel like why do people think it's just so easy for women just to be on birth control? Like first, like you see, women have become more promiscuous, more anti-family from birth control. It messes your body up, and men are saying, "Oh, she'll get on birth control." Why is all the responsibility on the woman when y'all carry the sperm? What if she don't want to be on birth control?
I'm trying
Like, where
to
does the responsibility come? Because y'all say y'all not gonna use condoms, so y'all just still gonna shoot the club up?
I'm trying to understand if we, because specifically it's a man with motion or whatever, right? And the question. And if we are saying that guys often at times get trapped, they get caught up in child support court, they have to deal with unruly baby mamas, they don't necessarily have control over a woman, saying that it's her body, her choice, all of these things, right? Why
Don't
are
have
we?
sex to get married. Just shit, like.
But we know that
That's not the. But we y'all know that that's not gonna happen, right?
right.
So if we know that people are not,
That's not going to happen, or they don't, or you just don't do it.
we know that that's not going to happen.
I
You
know
don't wanna do it.
vasectomies aren't gonna happen either because it's too expensive. It's too expensive for most niggas that.
Yeah, because if a woman is saying that she's on birth control and she's not, then that's literally that's the foundation of a trap. Now, whether he fall for the trap or not is a completely different conversation. You don't have to fall for the trap, but what I'm saying is it happens, right? So if that be the case, I guess what I'm asking is we identify these things all the time in the culture, but now we saying that it's not smart to do it. And I'm personally not understanding exactly why we saying it's not smart to do it. Because this is not a situation where these guys are married. This is a situation where these guys are young. And he said it. He said these guys, let me see if I can pull it up again. I can't find it right away. He said these guys are young. He said these guys are young, whatever, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Why? I have never heard of a guy, personally, I've never seen a guy ever say that they regretted getting a vasectomy, myself included.
Yeah, but you already have you already have a child, and you and Rita both decided you don't want anymore. So I think that's.
I'm saying in general, I've never seen a guy say that he's regretted having a vasectomy, is what I'm saying.
But I think
I
that
can agree with
have
that.
most of the men. Well, I agree with you, right? That's been my experience. But all of the guys I know who have had vasectomies are married or have been. But more importantly, they had their kids. Like the kids are already here. So are you talking? Is this for people who are already?
I know guys that got vasectomy that don't have kids.
But for the purpose of the comment, is this for young dudes who have children or young dudes who have no kids yet?
I'm assuming that they don't have kids if he's saying should they get a vasectomy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who's, especially if you're young, that why you haven't even decided if you want to have kids or not. And yeah, it can be reversed, it can be, but it doesn't mean it can always be. And we don't know if there's complication. Like, why do all of that? I don't know. That just seems like that's
it's a quick less than 30-minute outpatient procedure. It's not all of that. It's not complicated.
That's a lot for you to not be able to control your penis. That's a lot for you to not.
That's not a lot.
Condom or abstain. Yes, it is.
But we know that's
not a lot.
I went and got a vasectomy because I don't want to wear condoms, and I don't want.
That's not what they said. That's not what they said. Listen, just because you wear condoms, don't mean that you're not necessarily taking extra precautions to protect yourself against a woman that would claim to be pregnant.
That does. I mean, what precaution other than what, pull out? Are we talking about pull out?
Well, people wear condoms for the sake of not catching a disease, and not
getting a woman pregnant.
Well, that's another reason why. But again, just because you're wearing a condom to not catch to get a chicken disease, is plenty of guys that be scared after they wear a condom because they say chicks go and get it, or it's a lot of different ways that you can get around that shit. It's a lot of ways that you can get around it.
Turkey basters.
Okay,
and on top of that, but on top of that, you want to do better with your body, because even with condoms, certain diseases is skin on skin.
But
so it doesn't even matter that you're wearing a condom. What I'm saying is, if you're going to be, we're saying that, okay, well, this will help because people are going to be promiscuous, but that's the same thing they're doing to young girls. They're starting young girls on birth control at like 14, right. And by the time they're 25, and let's just say they find a man and they want to have children, they've been on birth control now for over 10 years.
But we're not talking about women, we're talking about men.
But you don't know. But what I'm saying is, you don't know what these types of procedures do to people that have never tried to have kids. They're very young, and now they're getting vasectomies. And on top of that, again, it pushes the whole, yeah, let's have a single promiscuous society versus an actual family oriented.
But it's already going in that direction.
Anyway.
So we sit here and we have conversations every day, and one of the biggest things that we say is the problem within the community is that there's too many single mothers, and we are advocating against vasectomies.
Mm-hmm. I think that, for those of you who are saying the men shouldn't do it and they should just practice discipline and all these kind of things, and yeah, it's anti-family, of course it is, but y'all are living in theory. Over here in reality, there is no discipline, and people are just doing whatever they want to do anyway, creating these single mothers, creating these households without two parents, and the children are suffering for that.